I have played a lot of Baldur's Gate, 213 hours to be exact. I've beaten every boss, and I've seen most of the game's secrets and dialogue options and magic items, and I love this game. I love the characters. I love the world, and most of all, I love how faithful it is to D&D. All that being said, I don't think the combat in the early access is very difficult. On my first playthrough, when every combat was taking me by surprise, I died a couple of times here and there, but by the time I was on my second playthrough, I was basically seeing how many Revivify scrolls I could collect because I just wasn't using them. For as much as I love this game, I have to admit that the combat is extremely easy to cheese. Just how easy is it, you might ask? Well, my lovely viewer, let me show you. I, Rose Knight, hereby declare war on all of Baldur's Gate 3, Early Access Patch 7. I will systematically tear each and every non-player character from their mortal shells, whether they be enemy or shopkeep, a gnome or a troll, a lawful good paladin or a chaotic evil hag. They will all be made equal by my blade. Now you might be thinking, Rose Knight, if you like the game, why do you want to kill everyone in it? And to that I say, I must kill everyone because I love this game. There's literally nothing left for me to do. Waiting for the full game has driven me mad with anticipation, and I simply must take it out on the 3 overpowered cambions on a crashing Nautiloid ship in hell. So, as for the rules for this little undertaking go, Rule 1, all NPCs must die. NPCs include all characters not directly made by the player, i.e. me. So, whoever I make in character creation can live, but characters I play as that I do not make must be killed. Rule 2. The timeline of the character's death is left to my own discretion. In other words, shopkeeps will die, most likely within my first encounter with them or their group, but I might shop around first or set up a trap for non-hostile groups instead of attacking them right on sight. Rule number 3, I must make an honest attempt to kill every NPC, even if they are immortal. I will try to find a cliff to push Wither off, but if an NPC is immortal, that's that. Sometimes there's just no way to get past it, and it sucks, but that's just the way the game is made. All this to say, this is just a game, and if I miss something here or there, then please forgive me. It is a rather large game. I'm sure there are things that I've missed. All that being said, I'm really excited to try this challenge out. I'm excited to see how quickly I can make it to level 4 and find out if there are any items I haven't seen before just because they were on a character that I never would have killed before. It's going to be loads of fun. Now, to complete this task, I will be creating 4 unique player characters min-maxed to the best of my ability. I'm not going to be looking up broken builds online or anything like that. I'm just going to make a well-balanced party. My party will be made up of 4 classes that do not already exist within the pre-made player character builds. That means no wizards, clerics, rogues, fighters, or warlocks because of Gale, Shadowheart, Astarion, Lae'zel, and Will. Basically, I want to play classes that I typically don't play, and the best way to do that is to play the ones that aren't just given to me in the beginning of the game. Another rule I'm setting for myself is that I will not be using any mods whatsoever. Thank you to Wolfheart FPS for showing me how to create multiple characters on one computer without the use of mods. He has a great library of Baldur's Gate videos that you've probably already watched if you're watching my videos, honestly. But if you haven't, go check him out. And lastly, I want to thank Larian Studios for making such a fantastic game. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to it. Just remember, I do this out of love. To start things off, I need a powerful party of adventurers right out the gate, pun intended. Starting with the sorceress, Winter is going to have minimum physical stats, being strength, dex, and con, to maximize her intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. I'm doing this so that I can use her to get past any social interactions without immediately going into combat. Honestly, I don't plan to talk to too many characters, but having the option won't hurt. Except for when it does. By that I mean her health and defense are going to be abysmal. In any case, Winter is my glass cannon sorceress. Next is Spring, the bringer of life. Spring is a druid with a well-rounded stat block. Can tank on the front lines, heal allies, or change the very battlefield beneath your feet. And in later levels, she will be dealing massive damage from a distance. Really, she is the whole package, if you leave out the issue with concentration. Druids are amazing, but can really only commit to one thing at a time. And as far as long distance damage goes, Spring has few options that aren't level 2 spells, making it very limiting overall. Despite all that, she's a one-woman natural disaster. Next is Summer, a raging heatwave of burning fury, the tiny titan, walking destruction incarnate. What else is there to say? She's a barbarian. She takes hits and dishes out twice as hard as she gets. The complete opposite of Winter stats-wise, with maxed out physical stats at the cost of minimal mental stats. The only puzzle she's going to solve is the subtracting health puzzle. Her greatest weakness is that sometimes her victims are a little out of the way. To make the perfect tank, I sacrificed her speed. But once she gets her hands on them, no one can survive an encounter with Summer. And finally, we have Fall, the Ranger Warrior, with a massive AC, incredible range, it is in the name after all, and an extra tanky companion for free. On top of all that, the Ranger is there to disarm traps and pick locks when needed. When you need a job outside of combat done, Fall is the one to call. Fall's stats focus on Dex, Wisdom, and Constitution, with decent damage, tank, and healing combo. Now that the party is put together, it's finally time to start the game. The Intellect Devourer is the very first encounter in the game, but it can also be recruited as a powerful ally, as long as you're on the Nautiloid. So obviously I want this thing on my side for the upcoming Cambion fight.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place.
I have!
From this place you'll free us.
You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Dex. Aw. But sometimes the dice just aren't in my favor. Well, I tried. Kill it. Thank you. Well, with the first potential ally dead, I'd say that this Genocide run is off to a great start. Luckily, the second encounter with Lae'zel is a guaranteed success, giving me a free 5th member of the party, and some free armor later on.
Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them.
Onward then.
First, we will address the matter of...
Shut up. After talking with Lae'zel, we encounter a group of lesser imps. The fight itself is extremely easy, only meant to introduce the player to the basic combat mechanics. It's over.
You prove surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Absolutely, just give me 1 second. After picking off the imps, I make my way to the exterior of the ship, where I see a couple of thralls lying helplessly on the ground. This is a trick. If I attack the thralls, then the more capable combatants just up the stairs will go aggro on me. But if I leave them now and come back for them later, I get a free surprise round on the others. And also there's just a few more imps up there too. Once those parties are taken care of, I'm free to kill the rest of the thralls. Everybody sneak. Yes, even you. Oh, frog's gone. What happened to the frog? Kill it. Don't want to deal with it. There we go. Is that everybody? Doesn't matter. Success. He survived that. Incredible. Well, I got 1 experience for it. Every experience point counts, you guys.
The safe ground.
Once I'm back on the ship, I can press the button on the right side of the console to instantly kill the thralls inside, leaving the lone intellect devourer as the final challenge before the boss fight. Of course, I also free Shadowheart with the intention of having her help with the Cambion fight, but of course the team is too big and she refuses to join. I know what it's for.
Put my hands on everything.
There we go.
The console appears dormant.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind
thank me yet.
lurches into her thoughts. You feel her gratitude, but also guardedness. And above all, a will to survive.
Wait. Looks like you've a full complement already. We'd make for easy targets all grouped together like that. I think I'll take my chances alone if it's all the same. Less conspicuous. Good luck.
Aw.
And thank you.
Inventory. Now, before entering the boss room, I use the Nautiloid tanks to block off the entrance. If you block off this path, the 2 backup cambions won't spawn through the door, but instead they'll spawn at the control panel at the other side of the room, facing away from the players. Once all that's set up, I send in Lae'zel to fight the small ambush of fiends they have waiting for me. But also, she'll remain in combat time with the Mind Flayer and Cambion. This is important because the rest of the party has free reign as long as they're sneaking, to set up a trap to kill the 2 creatures. Perfect. Can go ahead and set up the Cambion's death without any risk. There we go. They really do want you to get this, the flaming greatsword that you can get from this guy. They give you all the tools to get it right in this room, honestly. I don't think this is going to kill him. 114 damage, there's no way 6 barrels do that to him because he is resistant to fire, I believe. Yeah, fire resistant, lightning resistant, cold resistant, and poison resistant. He should be outright immune to fire, but he's not for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there. He's also resistant to physical damage, so non-magical attacks. Dude is tough. And I think he shares stats with the other 2 cambions. Any fire spell or fire damaging thing will set these off, so that should be fine. And I was just barely out of range for it. Let's see how much health he has left, though. 42 HP, so what did he have before? 114? So that does roughly 70 points of damage. I think that was higher than average, generally. But because he's still alive, I'm in a bad situation because I really don't have the ability to kill him. And by that I mean most of my attacks are gonna miss, and those that do hit are gonna do half damage. So we really want to kill him in one go with the exploding barrels. Let him do his turn. Let the Mind Flayer damage him a bit. That's why I have the Raven here, so that the Raven can either take a hit once or blind him. Eventually his turn is going to time out. He's just stunned right now. Lae'zel, I don't actually mind if you get caught in the blast, because you're one of our targets later on. Because the more damage, the more people attacking him, the more damage that's going to get dealt. That's just how it's going to work. And these explosions you saw are enough to kill the Mind Flayer outright, because he doesn't have any special resistances to fire or anything, really. So we're going to rend his vision. Or at least we're going to try to. And he's blinded. Critical hit. Perfect. There we go. 3 damage. That's not nothing. Once he's down to about 70 or so, I think I'm going to set off these barrels and he's just going to die.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
Yeah, why don't you take your own advice, Lae'zel? Alright, that's perfect. He's way beyond death range, and it's my crow's turn, so I can free... Oh, something happened. I got caught somehow.
Maybe I should stay crouched.
But Spring did not. Does she have any fire capabilities? She does. She has the Scroll of Firebolt. So let's save the game here just in case something dumb happens. Burn them. Alright, and we all instantly level up. And the cambions, they should have spawned by now. And I can go ahead and I can take the best sword in the game so far. Everburn Blade. 2d6 slashing damage, 1d4 fire damage. Lae'zel is dead, so we don't have to worry about... She's going to come back to life later, but... What we're going to do is we're going to take her armor. With both the Cambion and Lae'zel dead, I have all the items I need to completely kit out Summer. She now has the weapon and armor she'll be using to fight Grimm, before I even leave the Nautiloid.
No choice but to
Before I can fight the last 2 Cambions, I need to get through an easy encounter with some lesser fiends. Kill him. Good. Not even close, just get him. And we're done here. From here I level up, to give myself every possible advantage I can before the boss is ahead. Why can't I accept? There's only one thing that's changing. Okay, there we go. And everybody gets a bit more health. Oh, Winter, you're going to die so easily. You are going to be the bait that lures the cambions into the explosive barrels. Good job. Congratulations. This is your biggest moment. And they went first. That's not good. My initial plan was to lure the cambions into the exploding barrels using Lae'zel. This was a bad plan. Okay, what do I do? Can I use you as an improvised weapon against him? So now only one of them is gonna hit me.
My path be true.
Oh, shoot. Okay. That's good. She's gonna die here, but that's really good. If the bird is right here, as soon as they go to attack Lae'zel, they're gonna be on the bird now. Lae'zel's gonna die here. There's no saving her. She's dead. But as soon as these two see the bird, he's gonna be in combat, so it'll still be in turn-based system, and I'll be able to surround them in these things. I genuinely don't know why they're facing that way. This guy is gonna be an issue. Improvised weapon him. Hit him with this guy, and hopefully that'll just change the direction he's facing. I don't know why, but whenever I tried to use the cambions as improvised weapons, it wouldn't work. So to get past this, I reloaded the game and realized that there was a much easier way. nothing. I can't do anything with him. Throw him there. Can't reach. He's right in front of me. Why can't I reach him? And we're gonna drop the Nautiloid tanks. That's what they're called. Okay. Oh my god, I am an idiot for not realizing I could just sneak up on them and blow them up before the fight even starts. Look how easy it is to surround them with Nautiloid tanks. It won't kill them outright, but holy cow does it make the fight become way easier. Go right there. Just right in there. They didn't notice a thing. Alright, all 5 blasts should hit both of them. Did I get caught? I did get caught, dang it. What are they at? 42, 40. Okay. Okay. Garbage damage. Absolutely garbage damage. Maybe you can entangle them? Dang it. At least it's guaranteed damage. Okay, that's a ton of damage. Your spells of first level and higher heal all creatures in a 3-meter radius for 1d4 hit points per spell slot level. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Wild shape. Wolf. Does that increase my speed? I hope it does. I can cast sleep on one of them. That's amazing. If this guy goes to sleep first, that means that it's gonna go, this guy wakes up this guy, and then he's gonna be able to go on his turn. But if it's this guy that goes to sleep, then it's gonna pass his turn, he's still gonna be asleep, he's going to waste his turn waking up the other guy. So that's for the best. So now he's asleep. Just punch him. Punch him again. Good job. You did two points of damage. That's real good. Really, it is. Hey, he's blinded. He's dead. One down. Yo, and it healed everybody else. And he got healed. That stinks. In turn. Oh no, not her. Whatever shall we do? Critical hit. That's good, that's good. Reckless. Yo! And just in case, we thought that he might survive. Waste his last turn. And he's dead. And Lae'zel survived. Holy cow. Wasn't expecting that.
What now?
And that is the Nautiloid. Completely wiped out. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What happens if I use the wolf on this? Okay, they just wild shape back. That's disappointing. Yeah, no kidding. Time to spare. With everyone on the Nautiloid dead, all that's left now is to start the game proper. Honestly, the cambions are one of the hardest fight in the whole game, just because you're so low level and unequipped when you meet them. But if you plan the encounter out, you can trivialize the heck out of it. It's still not easy, but it's doable. And by the time I left the Nautiloid, I was on the brink of level 3, thus trivializing the rest of the early game. Winning this fight is super worth it, even if you aren't genociding the rest of the game. Alright, Shadowheart. Kill her. Kill her in one hit with your great flaming sword. She survived. And she's dead. Oh, that's neat. If you kill Shadowheart, you get the artifact anyway. So that's the Nautiloid fight complete. I'm going to leave this run here for now, but hey, if you like that or found it helpful, be sure to leave a like or even subscribe if you feel so inclined. If you have a better method of beating the cambion fight, please share in the comments below. I want to see how others have gotten past it. Are there easier ways to win? Now that I think about it, there's probably a million different ways to win that are way easier than what I did. But for now, I leave you here. Outro noises.